Hey, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Jolly by Nature, and we back. We are back, everybody. I sincerely apologize for the long absence. I know I told you guys I was going to try to stream a couple of weeks back. Holidays, man. Holidays. But we're here now. We're disheveled and disarrayed. Piplup is behind me looking like he died. That's fine. We here. And we have some gameplay to complete for our Pokemon Black 2 Nuzlocke as part of the Blastburn Radio Nuzlocke World Tour. Yeah, we're here. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in. Now, obviously, I did some training between when you guys saw me last and now, because we got a whole bunch of new friends. I had a whole bunch of levels to go up. In fact, if anything, I might have gotten a little bit carried away with the training. I don't love the amount of experience we have left to earn going into this gym, but we'll talk about that. Currently, we have Swoop, our quirky Crobat, Moltor, our now bold Magmar. We've had several evolutions on the squad. Pudgy Pig, the Pig Knight, Modest Nature, Trakina, our brand new serious Heracross, Kendrix, our docile now Sand Slash, Toxica, our docile Coughing, and then many more. Many more. Thank you very much for the resub, Penguin. We love and appreciate you, girl. Yeah, we've also trained up Rita Repulsa, our Mandibuzz, Leo, our Sunkern. There was a brief moment where I considered actually like using Leo this week. Thankfully, I awoke from that moment of madness, but we were there at one point. Well, we got Merrick the Stoutland and Jason the Excadrill. Now, ironically, that's not all of like the really like decent and usable Pokemon that we got this week. We've also got Darkonda, our Sandile in the back, Moxie, Quiet Natured, which isn't the best, but still like a really solid Pokemon. But as you may have noticed, we have a lot of dark and ground types, so I couldn't really justify training another dark ground type this week. And then Kira the Scraggy. So Kira is interesting. Kira is Brave, which is another speed down nature, but it's an attack up nature. And this is actually a really cool Pokemon. I think long-term Kira is probably going to find a place on the squad, which is exciting. I've never used a Scraggy before, outside of adventures where I was kind of slugger. But definitely for right now, a single stage Heracross is much better than an unevolved thing. Yeah, you know. Words and stuff and things are hard. It's been a minute, guys. Bear with me. We got a couple of things that we need to do this week. Not as much as I necessarily hoped to, honestly. I kind of am probably going to take a backseat on a lot of the exploration until next week, just because, again, I got a little carried away with the EXP, and I don't want to out-level shit going into the gym. But there is one like specific area, at least, that I really do think that we kind of need to go check out, and so we're gonna go check it out. And that is the Lost Lorn Forest, which is where we caught Trakina. Oh, new month, new me. It's spring, baby. Let's go. Hey, what's up, Caveman? How's it going, buddy? I'm also very dumb, you guys, and if you're playing along, don't be dumb like me. If you are EV training, if you are a mad lad like we are, this guy right here, he gives you the Macho Brace. I forgot that was a thing and did 90% of my EV training without the Macho Brace. Be better than your boy Jolly. Flame, I would be genuinely hyped at a shiny Cottony. Real talk, I really considered using Leo this week for PvP more than anything. Like, just having a grass type would be very valuable, particularly against Celeste right now, even if it is a fucking Sunflora. But ultimately, like the big reason that I chose not to, like the big staying factor there, was the fact that as soon as I spend that sunstone on this sunkern, I will get a cottony, a good cottony, and I won't have one. So that is ultimately what stayed my hand. I mean, I would argue that Stormy was mid-tier. Like, Crobat is a good mon. It just so happens that Gen 2 mechanics align to make it to where any shiny in Gen 2 is a bad shiny. Inner focus, bitch. You can't stop me, cat. And I think Shelby turned out to be mid-tier. Like, I didn't expect her to be when we started, but we got there. It's another Beetleborg. We're gonna have to keep an eye, like once we unlock the hidden grottos, we're gonna have to keep an eye on the hidden grotto in this forest, because it can have hidden ability Heracross in it, which would give us a Moxie Heracross, which would be dummy. Like, that would be insane. Hi, trainer. You have a Pokedex, I see. I'm a traveler. I enjoy trekking around the world and talking with various people. By the way, do you know a Pokemon called Zoroark? Meh. Oh my. Don't you know anything of the world? It may trick you. It's your choice to trust it and be tricked or to live in doubt. I enjoyed talking with you. This is a small present. Hey. Wow. Oh shit, it was a fox. I got spoopemed. That is like a really cool touch. I enjoy the fact that they throw back to Zoroark in black and white there. I think that's really good. But yeah, mostly I just wanted to come get those items. Hooray, mission accomplished. I don't think any legendary at the ass end of the game is inherently bad. I mean, I don't think it was quite the last cycle, but it was really, really late when Mess got Bobby, who was very good for him. I think that the bigger issue, unfortunately, is that we tend to run into shinies while EV training, and for efficiency's sake, we tend to EV train against shitty Pokemon. And like maybe that's a part of my strategy that I really need to reevaluate and say, you know what, I'm gonna start EV training against stronger threats and like using the EXP share to mitigate the EXP gain, just so that when I run into a shiny, it's a good shiny. Like, maybe that's legitimately a change that I need to look at. All right, we're gonna go ahead and do the gym. Again, we didn't fully like explore the desert resort. There's definitely still some items and stuff to get out there. And we might do that after the gym, depending on kind of like how much EXP wiggle room we have to play with. But I definitely don't want to do it right now because our level limit for this week is 32. Most of our Pokemon are 31. I didn't even leave like one to get through the whole gym like I normally do, and that's kind of a problem for me right now. So we're gonna play it on the safe side. So we gotta decide who we're bringing into this gym and why. I'll tell you who we're not bringing into this gym. Fucking Swoop, because it's a Zappy gym and Swoop is a bat. Same thing for Rita. I like Rita a lot. I'm actually really excited to use her. Not in this gym. No way. I think that Moltor, Trakina, and Kendricks are all pretty much a lock. I would like to bring Toxica. Like, there's a lot of physical moves in this gym, and Toxica is very, very good. Toxica is at that stage where the fact that he has not evolved yet is really, really kind of damning. He really needs that evolution, which thankfully he gets next cycle. But for now, his unevolved status is making him unfortunately lackluster. We definitely 1,000,000% bring Jason. I don't think we're shocking anyone by bringing the Excadrill into the electric gym. Likewise, I think we bring Merrick. Merrick is, despite being 32 already, which is admittedly a problem, like Merrick is always just a really solid option in a gym, particularly a hard mode gym, because Intimidate and Stab return. And then in that last spot, I would have brought Pudgy like as a strong neutral play, but A, the Emolga is flying and has flying stab, and B, again, like EXP crunch is a bit of a concern. So instead we're gonna bring Joel the Raticate specifically to hold the EXP share and soak. That is Joel's entire job for this gym, is make me not over level it, please. So Joel, you can has EXP share. Moltar, are you holding the Eviolite? You are holding the Eviolite. Good. That is what I want you to have. And I think we're going to lead with Trakina just by virtue of the fact that Trakina has the most EXP wiggle room for these gym trainers. So let's make sure we got plenty of healing items. That's definitely something that we want going into the electric gym. We want plenty of potions, and I have plenty of money because we did most of our leveling grinding off of the breeders, the trainers that come back every time you leave an area, which is like super duper handy. If anything, I think it's a lot more convenient in a lot of ways than grinding off of odd nodes, because you don't have to run around forever to make the grass shake, and you get money from it. So just like a little leveling tip, if you're leveling through this game for the first time, find a route with a breeder and just run back and forth kicking that one trainer's ass 1,000,000 times until you're rich. I found... Oh, I remember this side quest. I forgot it existed. Hello? Yes, that's right. I'm the owner of that X transceiver. I'm using an old X transceiver right now, so it's audio only. Sorry. Thank you for finding it. Truth is, I want to come pick it up right away, but right now I'm very busy with work, and I'm not in a place where I can stop and come get it. If you don't mind, could you hang on to it for a little bit? Really? You don't mind? Thank you so much. My name's Yancy. And you are? Jolly. Okay, when work calms down, I'll come pick it up, so please take care of it for me. Also, I'm sure you'll want to keep in touch until I can pick up my X transceiver, so I'll call your X transceiver often. Bye then. Thanks again. I don't know if there's any truth to it or not, but I heard a rumor that initially when they were planning for there to be like more interconnectivity to your black and white save file, that X transceiver was going to belong to the black and white player character, to your player character from the previous game. Again, I don't know if that's true, but that's what I've heard. I don't want to do I do actually want to do the roller coaster fight, but I'm not going to do it because EXP is a thing. Maybe we'll do it after if we've still got room to grow. I don't think I've ever seen... Were there any Audino overworld sprites in black and white? I don't think there were. That's kind of adorable. All right. Well, we know where Elisa's gym is. We play black and white, so let's go ahead and go into Elisa's gym. Now we are doing this gym hard mode, which means we will not be clicking any super effective moves on any Pokemon. If we do click a super effective move, then we forfeit our points reward for the gym entirely, which is very bad news bears. And we still have to stick to hard mode for the rest of the gym, so that's very bad. We want to avoid doing that, and do not be the derp. Okay, so apparently this is no longer Elisa's gym. She has built a completely new one. Cool. We're gonna keep riding this roller coaster though, I guess. Hi. What's up? Okay, that's fine. Go play with your LOL, baby. Do, waiting for a car. This is an exciting roller coaster. Ah, here's a guy. But yeah, this is no longer Elisa's gym. I'll drop the kayfabe. But we are considering it a part of the gym for our rule set, which means that we still do need to adhere to hard mode. It also means that like we can't leave this building and go back to the Pokemon Center. We have to treat like the entire 2-building stretch as the gym. So that's what we're gonna do. I gotta say, one nice thing about EV training, like fucking everything, is that I don't have to worry about affection for return. It just happens. Like by the time I'm done training, that fucking bug loved me. So that's good. God, this place is so pretty. Like it is still super pretty. Yeah, I know, Zach. It's been rough, man. Holidays. How's it going, buddy? Now, these motherfuckers get static, and that would be unfortunate. So hopefully we do not get static. Hey, so far so good. Well, I hope it was good weird at least. Ah, the loop-de-loop! All right. All right, well, we got a paralyze heal. And now we can go do the gym. Like, I feel like this entire, like, sequence was added just because somebody at Game Freak was like, you know, I worked really hard on that roller coaster. They still have to do it. Like, it looks awesome. Make them go in there. I do think that this new gym like is a much better reflection of who Elesa is as a character, and thus it's a better gym. But I like them both a lot. Like the old gym, I think was a better Nimbasa City Gym. Like it better reflected Nimbasa as a place. This one I feel better reflects Elesa as a person. And Trakina just murders everything in sight. Which is good. That is her job. Hey, they love me, Paulo. I don't think it's the plan for Elesa herself. No, but it's definitely the plan to get to Elesa. Emerald is still very good. Like for someone who has historically really disliked Gen 3, like Emerald is a very, very solid game. Oh God. Oh God, I don't have any. Please don't ask this of me. Hi. You're hungry? You already had breakfast, Sweet Pea. Go play. Daddy will get you a snack when he's all done, okay? All right. Just look at me. I'm the best. Okay. There you go, Tup. Just for you, buddy. All right. Let's make Trakina not paralyzed. That would be good. I'm a champion. Oh no, that sucks, dude. I'm sorry. That is super unfortunate. Are you starting again or tapping out? I could go for some afternoon wine, and it's only 10 o'clock in the morning here. Hey, this bitch. Is she gonna toss the jacket? Ah, I was kind of hoping for a nice little Leon. All right. So, our primary strategy for this gym is really simple. I don't expect much trouble in this gym. Those might be famous last words from me, but it is an electric gym. I have an Excadrill and a Sand Slash. I think I will be okay. We are going to lead with Jason, which is really, really good because Elise is really dangerous because Elise's signature move is Volt Switch, which means unlike most gym leaders, she will switch by using Volt Switch. But I have ground types which help mitigate that factor a lot. Like she can't Volt Switch on my ground types. Her Emolga is her lead, and it is it has nothing. Every move it has is not very effective on Jason. So that's really, really good. Like that's super good. We can lead with Jason, and we should be able to, with Leftovers Recovery set up, and hopefully just sweep. We've also got Kendrix in the back as an oh shit button, particularly for the Zebstrika, because it does have a fire move. It's only flame charge. It's not high potency. It's coming off of a Zebstrika. Like I don't expect it to be trouble, but if we get into trouble, we have a very defensive, also ground type in the back to switch into. So like overall, I think we're pretty okay. We're gonna spread our items, of course, just to be on the safe side. Everybody gets an item. All right. Let's see if I am horribly mistaken. Welcome to the main stage. My beloved Pokemon and your Pokemon shall compete. We're going to see whose star shines brightest. Nope, no jacket toss, just wearing that big poofy coat, huh? All right, I dig it. Oh, no, there it is. Ah, there it is. Now she's just kind of naked. Put some clothes on, girl. All right, we're going to set up. Maybe 3. Maybe 3 is a good number here. Gotta be careful not to click Rock Fall or Rock Slide, because that is very super effective. Yeah, you do nothing. I can set up to +6 on you, most likely. Like, what are you gonna do to me? Nothing. You got nothing. Yeah, man. It's one of those things, right? Because I've been punished, I feel like, for the last section or two, because I've had a Drillbur, whereas Mess had a Girder and Celeste had a Boldor. And like we're able to use like those like raw stat advantages to pretty great effect against me, but now I have an extra drill, and that's a different story. +3 should be fine. We're actually taking damage here. I don't want to let myself get chipped away. +3 ought to be plenty. Yeah, with 100 health, I can live a flame charge from a Zeb Striker. Hit that boy. He pursued it. Why? Okay. Okay, bye, Zeb Striker. Bye. Yeah, and everything else is just mop up at this point. It's done. Like, the Zeb Striker was the only thing even a little threatening. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Joltik. I love you. And murder. Yep, easiest hard mode gym to date. Having an extra drill just trivializes this whole plays. Excadrill's a very good mole. I love Excadrill a whole lot. I refuse to use it in VGC though because it's fucking everywhere and that's boring. I'll probably eventually cave on that, but I haven't yet. This place is fucking rad. Look at the fucking laser lights and shit. Oh shit, I get to walk with the cool kids? Fuck yeah. Actually, no, they get to walk with me. Yeah, you can't just sweep the place with a sand slash, for sure. All right. Well, we definitely, my EXP fears proved to be very unfounded. Like we are AO fucking K. Oh shit, she's Persephone? That's pretty dope. That's a good name. Hey, fuck you, Lifeguard. All right, so Jason's at cap. Zach, no, it's not the best ice type. It's good. It's really good. But you're ignoring fucking Kyurem, white and black, both of which are definitely, I think, better than Darm. Black with its new expanded move pool, asterisk. But yes, Galarian Darm is very good. I'm not sure that it's really Uber's worthy. Actually, no, it is, but it's fucking ironic because I don't think it's an Uber in a meta with Gmax. Like, Gmax is the counter to Galarian Darm, and I don't think or Dynamax, not Gmax inherently, but yeah, I don't think Dynamax merited the ban, and I think that without the Dynamax ban, Darm is balanced. So, like, it just feels kind of unfortunate to me. Not right now, baby. Go play. All right, so we need to decide who is going to be on our PvP roster this week because we've got some pretty compelling options, and then we need to finish training and get some exploration in when we do it. So I think Jason's coming. Like I think that there's zero question there. Likewise for Trakina, like those are the literal no-brainers. By far, like the best 2 mon we have access to right now. No, Leo, you almost tricked me. Never again. Never again. Know your place. I think we bring Moltor. Moltor at this point, I think is hands down like our best option for a fire type. I'm sorry, Pudgy. It's just true. Like looking real quick at like a direct stat comparison here. Like, Moltor has 92 special attack, which is 18 better than Pudgy's best attack stat, and Pudgy's best attack stat has no moves. Yeah. Like, it's also got a 70 base power special stab. Pudgy does have Heat Crash, which is an interesting move, and I think that there are some interesting like opposition on Mess and Celeste's team to take advantage of Heat Crash, but I don't think that. I think that there might be value in bringing both Moltor and Pudgy if only one of them is coming in as Moltor right now. Like I don't think there's a real question there, but we got 5 additional slots, and I think 6. Additional mon that are worth considering. So one of them is not on the roster. And it becomes a question of who. And I think that the big contenders for not coming this week are Toxica, who has value, right? Like Clear Smog in and of itself gives Toxica value as an oh shit button to get rid of a setup threat, of which there are a surprising number floating around Mess and Celeste's teams. But its lack of stats are definitely a hindrance at this point. It's no longer a matter of eventually this is going to be a problem. It's a problem. Right now, it is a problem. It's a problem that we need to have an answer for, and currently we just don't. I think there's an answer for sitting Pudgy. We've got 2 fire types, and like that's starting to become like a real hindrance. Pudgy does have some upside, though. Again, Heat Crash is interesting. Having Fighting Stab, like having another option to hit certain things, is potentially very, very useful. I think those are the 2 with the best argument to sit out this week, honestly. Like, you can make an argument for Kendricks, but I think that Kendricks is, like, pretty immediately, apparently, a better option than either of these 2 right now. Same thing for Merrick, honestly. Like, again, Merrick is modest and is starting to lose his luster a little bit. Not super well EV trained, but, like, he has Thunderwave, he has Intimidate, he has Return. Like, he has value. Yeah, I think it's one of these 2 that doesn't come. Maybe Swoop? So... No, not Swoop. Not this week. I think long-term Swoop is probably going to leave the team, but I don't think it's going to be this week. In fact, maybe Toxica takes his spot back from Swoop next week. So it really comes down to Toxica or Pudgy. I think Toxica sits. And the reason I think Toxica sits is because Toxica is hard walled by Magneton, of which there are 2, and that is a problem. Admittedly, like I have ground types that I can switch in to that particular threat, but like right now, Toxica just needs additional stats, needs to become a Weezing really, really badly, and doesn't threaten well enough to justify it. So for this week, Toxica is going to sit. I fully expect Toxica to come back with a vengeance as a Weezing next week, but this week it is time for our Babby coughing to sit the bench. And that means that we need to finish training some of these boys. And as luck would have it, with these 2 fully leveled, that leaves us with 6, which is exactly how many we can fit in our party. So thank you, Joel, for your services soaking EXP. Oh, I can't do that. I am smart. All right. And we're gonna put the rest of you back in the party, and we're gonna go check out the desert resort. So this has been a pretty good week so far. I didn't get all the encounters that I wanted, but I did get some pretty good ones, especially Drakena. And like we had a death. Like this was our first chapter since chapter 1 with a death, but honestly, it was a death that in the long term is probably beneficial. I'm definitely not crying at not having a bad cat. So yeah, not the worst week we've ever had, certainly. All right, now let's go check out the desert and see what we left behind us. I mean, at least it's like, obviously the special attack down is like super unfortunate, but at least it's defense up. Like, it could be worse. You could have got adamant. Like, Solosis is a good fat boy. And it's going to have to eat some hits. So, yeah, that's not as bad as it could have been, certainly. Okay, we already fought you. Did not fight you. Okay, there's going to be a bunch of trainers out here we haven't fought yet, which will be good because it'll train our remaining Mon, get us some money, all that good stuff. I really legitimately expected this boy to come out of his Pokeball white. That's how much Sword and Shield are playing. Got that Rostberry. Yeah, Charon's just brutal on hard mode. The stat difference that early in the game like really matters, and that sucks. But I mean, like, since then, like, I'm sure this will change as we go on, but like since then, hard mode's really been no big deal. It's just been something you have to account for when leveling. It would probably suck a lot more if we were doing like level limits appropriate for normal mode, but we're not, so you know. Enter Clay indeed. Clay is gonna be rough. Like I took a peek ahead when I was looking at Elesa before starting up the stream this morning, and like Clay takes advantage. Like Clay has a bunch of Pokemon that take advantage of Sandstorm naturally. Like he has a Sand Force Excadrill and a Sand Veil Sandslash regardless of mode, but he actually runs the move Sandstorm in hard mode. So like that has a lot of potential to be bad news. That sounds about right. Charon, Clay, and Skyla are all pretty rough. Not Winona is Gen 3 flame. That's actually really interesting that that guy was from Hoenn in reference to Go Goggles. That's neat. Winona is also super duper tough, yeah. Flying gyms in general tend to be no joke, Faulkner aside. Well, even Faulkner, right? Like, Faulkner was really tough when we did Gold, Silver, Crystal, just because of the way the levels worked out. All right, is this Sandot? Sandot doesn't get any, like, usable ground type moves that low. I can just stay in the flammers. It's fine. Yeah, level 9 Pidgeotto. Fuck. It's been long enough that I had started to forget the horror that was Faulkner. He was alright in Heart Gold Soul Silver, though. Although still a little tough, but alright. Hey, we got a soft sand. That's pretty dope. Yeah, he got annoying because of Roost. That's right. I don't know how to feel about Roost having limited distribution in Gen 8. Like, in some ways, I think it's a good thing for the meta, and in particular, the fact that it gives value to the Mon that do get it. But like a lot of things miss it a whole fucking lot. Togekiss misses Roost so much. Yeah, the only move that they removed that I genuinely miss, at least in some ways, is Pursuit. I feel like Pursuit was really healthy for the meta in a lot of ways. And again, like, would have been a really good answer on certain Mon, at least, like to Galarian Darm. Like, Pursuit Bisharp would have been like a legitimately good check to Darm. Well, I guess not, because it can Flare Blitz, but something would get Pursuit and would be a decent check to Darm, right? I'm sure of it. But yeah, I think that the rest of it is a good prune, honestly, or at the very least, like an ambivalent prune, which means that it's probably warranted. Like, if those moves aren't missed, they probably shouldn't be here. I'm gonna make sure we didn't miss anything over here, but yeah, there you go. Dragapult would certainly die to a single Pursuit from just about anything. He's not bulky. Thank you very, very much for the sub, Chocoboko. I appreciate you, buddy. It would be really, really hype if we just, like, stumbled our way into a shiny Yamask while checking this place out. I would be 100% down for that. I don't know if I ever told you guys. I'm sure I did at some point, but Yamask in White 2 was my first ever shiny. Stumbled upon full odds in gameplay. Or actually, no, I think it was in White, and I transferred it to White 2. And when my White 2 cartridge went mysteriously missing, it was lost forever, and I was very sad. But it was Gen 5, and it was just randomly stumbled upon in the Relic Castle. In fact, you know what? It's going to take a little while longer. I think we're going to do our EXP grinding in here. Again, I had mentioned that maybe I need to start being a little bit more strategic about where we train. It starts now. So we're gonna cut off the game sounds, put on some background music, and we're just gonna finish leveling the team. There we go. I don't think so, Chocoboko. Unless there's like a held item at play that like nobody's really talking about yet, which I suppose is possible. But yeah, if you want a shiny Kofag, you're either gonna have to like soft reset for a shiny from the trade, or breed it in a prior gen and trade it up when home comes out. I would expect that, this is a guess, mind you, and only a guess, but I would expect that we're going to get an announcement about home like soon, and I would expect it to come out somewhere in the realm of March. I really hope nothing gets announced this year. I hope that they take this year off and make whatever is coming next better, personally. But I do think that Diamond and Pearl remakes are coming next. It seems like they're going to. Like, there's been a lot of little signs kind of like hinting at it. I fully expect Gen 4 remakes this generation. I wouldn't be shocked to see Let's Go Johto announced for this year. Again, I don't super want it, but I wouldn't be surprised to get it. My hope, my perfect timeline is that we get like a side game or a Let's Go or whatever this year. We get Gen 4 remakes next year. Fucking like Lustrous Pearl and Shining Diamond or whatever. And then we get Sword and Shield sequels the following year. Like that would be like the ideal timeline, I think. I mean, you're not wrong, Zach, but I feel like the fan demand is there. Like, not from us, because, like, we're not necessarily the target audience for Let's Go, but, like, they sold very well and were very well received. Like, to put it this way, I wouldn't be shocked either way. I would not be shocked to see a new Let's Go game. I also would not be shocked if they decided to just let it lie. Like, I think that they're kind of equally possible at this point. But, like, they sold well, and people liked them a lot. Honestly, you know what? Since we're talking perfect world scenarios here, right? We're talking like ideal timeline. What I would love to see released this year is just like a super Pokemon collection for Switch. Let me play every fucking Pokemon game on my Switch. I will buy them all again. I don't care. Like, make them available. We finally get Pokemon Stars. I mean, don't get me wrong, Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon were like both really good games and for really different reasons, which is like a hard balance, I think, to pull off. But yeah. I mean, you're not wrong, Flame, but I don't think it's ever going to happen. I think the closest we're ever going to get to Pokemon Z is when we finally get X and Y remakes in like fucking 2030. So like historically, Mackie, it just moves to the most recent game. So like when Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire came out, like that was the format for VGC that year. So that would just mean that VGC 21 or VGC 22 or whatever moves over to the new cartridge. I mean, yes and no. Like the other thing to consider is the fact that like X and Y and Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire like share the same like native to this generation symbol. So like when they switched over from like what was that VGC 14 to VGC 15, like you could just trade over your VGC mon from X and Y and like they were still usable. Obviously there were new mon to account for in the meta and maybe the same teams were not optimal, but like you didn't have to like start over from scratch like you do in a new generation. Yeah, I can see that. I need to farm some more. I've gotten 5 shiny Magikarp so far, but none of them have been rattled, and I really want to get a hidden ability one before the event ends. So later today, I think I'm gonna have to sit down and farm some more raids. Nice. I did finally get a Gluttony G-Max Snorlax in the process though, so that's good. That event can end and I don't have to worry about the fact that I failed to pick one up. Yeah, that's right. You did pick up a shiny, you son of a bitch. Congratulations. I have not seen that, Zach. Delilah, would you quiet down, please? Yeah, the one that I got was actually Brave. Like, it just was Brave, which is cool. But it has a perfect speed ID, so. I have seen speed swap Rabambi with G-Max Lax on ladder on Showdown. I did not know that they were the source of that strat. That is pretty wild. Yeah, 0 speed is a lot rarer than 31. Because 5-star raids have like what, a guaranteed 4 or 5 6 IVs. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I lost to that team pretty badly, actually. Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, that's really the whole thing, right? Like, it lets you underspeed other Snorlax. It also lets you underspeed, like, things like Torkoal and fucking Hatterene without oh god, without cursing first. Nice. Yeah, I mean, that's really valid. AV Extra Drill is stupid good right now for team support with Dynamax. For a while, I was using a Mudsdale in a very similar role, like as both a huge threat on its own, but also just really great for providing defense and SPDEF boost to the rest of the team. But definitely, like, outside of Trick Room or Trick Room hybrid teams, Excadrill is better to fill that role. It's less bulky overall than Mudsdale is, but is also significantly faster. Galarian, I still can't believe Galarian Corsola is good. That blows my mind. I mean, I think that it's very likely, for better or worse, that if we're getting Gen 4 remakes in Generation 8, that they'll get Gigantamax forms for the Creation Trio. Like, I think that's almost a certainty, or some new mechanic that like apes Gigantamax in the way that Primal Revision apes Mega Evolution. The next time I play with Trick Room and VGC, I really want to build around Jellicent. Just because, like, Trick Room Strength Sap Jellicent is very good, actually. I mean, possibly. Like, again, there's a lot of different directions they could go with it. But, like, yeah, I'm sure they'll get something. But my guess would be that it would tie into Dynamax, with it being Gen 8. Assuming that said remakes come in Gen 8. I could be talking out of my ass. Maybe they'll never do Gen 4 remakes. Maybe they'll come in Gen 9. But I expect them this generation. It feels right. Okay, we just need to go heal up. And then Rita needs one more level. And that's it. I mean, same. But I have been wrong before. And actually, let's just go ahead real quick and use this. They're up there for me. Again, I like Gen 5 a lot. So it's difficult for me to say that any other gen has the best new mons, because there are a lot of really great Gen 5 mon. But at the same time, I suppose, like, I think Gen 8 definitely has, like, the most consistent across the board quality, although Gen 5 had a huge pool. So, like, it's not like it's not a direct one-to-one comparison, I don't think. But yeah. I'm a big fan of this dex. Of both this dex as in the one that I'm currently playing in, as well as the one that we're talking about in Sword and Shield. Like, the statement is true regardless. I like Gen 4's new mons too. I like Pokemon. I like most of them. Well, no shiny Spoopum today, guys. Well, maybe we got one more chance. Nope. We tried. There we go. Defog is not useful in Gen 5. Defog is not useful in Gen 5. Do not waste a move on Defog. Had to stop and remind myself. I liked Gen 6's decks a lot, both the old faces and the new. I think it's dope. All right, guys. Well, there you have it. We have our team, our roster. We have 8 Pokemon currently sitting at level cap and all ready to go for PvP. Obviously, I'll be putting together a team builder. I'm throwing that up on YouTube before we record the podcast. And yeah, we'll be back next week as we make our way towards Driftvale City to take on Clay, which should be an adventure. But yeah, we're in pretty good shape, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and leave that here. Thank you so much for hanging out this morning. I really appreciate it. As always, for Blastburn Radio, I have been Jolly by Nature. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time.